we're going to be working with our hip flexor muscles. So if you have tightness in your hips, if you're holding on to any frustration, impatience, moodiness, all those juicy emotions, you are in the right place. We're going to see if we can isolate and release some trigger points and tension in our glutes, in our piriformis, in our psoas muscles. So today's practice, we will be using a ball. I have a baseball here. You can use a spiky ball, a tennis ball. You can use a lemon if you like. And I'm also going to be using a foam roller, any kind of foam roller that you have. And if you don't have that, you can improvise and work something else out. You can use a block or a cushion, a thick cushion or a bolster. All right, let's start. We'll come down onto our sit bones. You might like to bring feet together. As you might know by now, I love this warming up and connecting with our glute muscles. Hard to separate between the glutes. They kind of stack one over the other. So just start to feel the space between tailbone, hip bone, sit bone. You might like to just explore. Lean forward, find the sit bones, lean back, find the tailbone, go to the side, find the hip bone. And we're just exploring the muscles in between those 3 points. Okay, let's pick a leg. Either leg is fine. You're welcome to mirror me if you like. Let's start to open out. And notice that my extended leg is not static. I'm letting my body find whatever sense of space it needs. A bit of flicking happening here. Just notice that every day body is different. Let's bring that leg down, and you might like to just lean onto it and roll the arm. We're working up our kidney meridian, moving energy back up the body. Try and stack your shoulder over your elbow, just using body weight. Okay, let's do some internal and external rotation of the hips. So you might draw the knee in towards the other knee and then open it all the way out. And whatever little micro adjustments you might need to do here to protect and support the knee. You might like to bring the heel a little bit closer. Don't want to be putting any pressure on the knee. We're warming up our ankle joints, our hip joint. Both elements need to support the knee. All right, let's come down onto our elbow and we'll hook our hands around the ankle, draw the knee to chest, and then foot towards tailbone. And then we'll come back up and bring the legs together, maybe a few rocks side to side. And then we'll switch to the other side. So just picking up the foot again, opening. See if you can soften anything in the upper body that might be holding tension. Could be shoulders, cheeks, could be the jaw, neck. Let's drop that foot down to the thigh and just lean in again. So we're working with our fascia here, all those little electrical impulses and messages that our body sends through the connective tissue. This is the electrical energy in our body, part of our nervous system, our body's communication network. What message is my body trying to give me today? All right, let's take that knee, draw it in, looks a little bit awkward, then take it all the way out. Just like before, you might like to draw your foot in. Just notice whatever little adjustments help protect your body. So we're warming up the body today before we do any myofascial release. So hopefully everything will be flowing and moving. And when you're ready, let's roll onto our elbow, grab our fingers around our ankle, and then draw the knee to chest, take the heel to tailbone. And when you're ready, let's come back up, just like we did before. And then when you're ready, we're going to come down onto our back. And we'll use our ball, just going to roll it under one side of our butt cheek. And just really gently opening the leg out over the ball. So you might like to just subtly move the ball. You can either roll onto it or you can move it with your hand. And we're looking for any point in between tailbone, sit bone, hip bone that might feel a little tense or tight. You might like to start to bring the whole body down and lift the leg up, and any direction, just let the leg be heavy. Try and keep the spine fairly flat to the ground. Don't want to be creating any issues in the back. We want to be activating our core muscles. Don't really have to think about that too much. It'll happen naturally if your leg's in the air and you curl your tailbone under. When you're ready, we're going to swap sides. So you might like to just take it to the other side. Don't have to switch like I am. Same movement, just rolling the ball under, just opening the leg at the start. Use your breath, deep sigh. Maybe something will let go, just body finding a little more space. All right, when you're ready, ball can come out. We're going to get our foam roller now. And just bring it underneath the tailbone. So just like you're doing a bridge. And just feel the support of the roller. And just tuck tailbone under. Want back of the neck long. No tension in the neck. So you might like to maybe take a smile or press down through the back of the skull. Just feel that extension in the back of the neck. So this is a natural inversion. Our heart is above our head. So our body is moving into that repair mode naturally. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of movement here. So you might like to start just by rolling the legs over, and you'll feel the body roll onto this muscle at the top of our hip. We're exploring our piriformis now, and then you might go back to the spine and then all the way to the other side. And just let the legs be heavy. Don't try and push or force them. Just use gravity. We're going to go side to side, a little bit like windscreen wipers. Notice if one side of the body feels a lot more tight than the other. And you might like to just really luxuriate into the breath, deep sigh. And maybe one more time. Okay, we're going to roll onto the side of our body now. So now we're going to see if we can stack our hips and just roll onto the roller. So it might feel quite intense. Take your legs one over the other. So you should be on one muscle, the muscle that's in between your hip and your greater trochanter, the part where your leg connects with the hip. So if you want to feel it on the top side, just lift your leg up. This is our TFL. And you might just let that leg be heavy. And obviously the one that's on the ground is probably quite strong sense of sensation. Big sigh. I'm just going to roll away from the camera, but you know what to do. Just come back onto the tailbone, and you might like to pad out on that side, and then over to the other side. Might have to adjust your roller, and you can feel the muscle on the opposite side if you like. And then just let the legs be heavy. Big deep sigh. And then we'll roll back and come back onto the spine. All right, notice how body feels. Actually, we're going to take the roller out for a moment, and you might like to just let the tailbone be a little bit loose. Notice how you feel. And then we'll bring it back under. So we're going to roll again, and this time we're going to go past those muscles we just worked right over the body. So you might have to start on one side of your roller and then just roll over all the way onto our psoas muscle. So I like to come up on my elbows, and this time I'm going to use the roller, just rolling right at the top of my leg, almost to the point of the hip bone, and then back. So this one I'm directly on my psoas muscle, and just using the weight of my body, sinking down. You can hold it. You might like to go along the fiber of the muscle, or you might rock a little bit cross fiber, rolling on and off the muscle. Keep breathing. And when you're ready, we're going to go back the same way we came. Back onto the tailbone. Notice how your body feels. And we'll do same on the other side. So you might have to shimmy one side of your roller. Be as heavy as you can as you go past those other muscles onto the psoas. Psoas muscle connects right up to the spine and the ribs. So it goes a long way up the body. We're just on the lower part of that muscle. And this is the muscle you use when you're climbing upstairs, when you're walking. It can hold a lot of stress. Connects our upper body and our lower body. Again, you might like to rock cross fiber. You might like to pin, find a juicy spot and just let your body be heavy. Or you might like to just roll along the muscle itself. And from here, we're going to just come down onto the ground. So you might take the whole roller out, just come all the way down. Maybe a little wobble side to side. All right, we're going to go into a bit of a kind of frog. So you might cactus your arms and then take one knee towards the elbow and then back, and then the other knee towards the elbow and back. And then let's see if we can bring feet together and both elbows wide, quite a strong open hip position. And from here, hands out under shoulders. We're going to press up, bring tailbone back to the feet, and then a little bit of a slow descent. Keep going deep into the hips. We'll only do a few of these, but as many as you like. Take a rest if you need to. You might like to commando instead. One more. All right, let's come all the way down, and we're going to just take our lower leg up above the knee, and just as gently as we can, roll both legs down, and then bring them back up and to the other side. So just like a windscreen wiper, not trying to get anywhere. You might like to support your head. And just let the legs be heavy. Right, from here, hands come under the shoulders. We're going to press ourselves up. You might like to just do a little proof by lifting one hip and opening it out, and then the other. Maybe something has shifted, hopefully. All right, now we'll come down and we're going to finish on our roller. So right back where we were before, bring foam roller underneath. And this time we're going to take both legs up. So one knee up and then the other. Make sure your tailbone is supported. And you might like to take your arms wide, thighs together, feet together, rolling down over the glutes, right out towards the hip bone. Come back up, glue the legs together, and then rolling. Keep going side to side. Use your breath. Remembering our upper body is heavy, shoulders heavy, head heavy. Tuck your chin and extend through the neck. If you like, you can turn your knees to one way and nose to the other. And when you're ready, extending the legs long and big deep sigh. And then we'll come off our roller. We're going to draw the feet together, knees wide, and then take them all the way as far from the body as you can with your spine flat to the ground. And then keep the knees together. Take the feet wide. Feels a little awkward. Draw the feet back up until they come together and knees go wide again. So this one is a kind of big circle. Knees together as your feet come up. Knees wide as your feet are together. Spine as heavy as you can manage it. Upper body relax. We'll draw both knees into the chest. Maybe a little wobble. You might like to reach between the legs, find the shins or the feet into a happy baby. Maybe a little more space in the hips, maybe not. You might like to roll over and just use a little bit of momentum to come up. And we'll arrive back in a seated position. All right, bringing hands together. We'll take a moment to acknowledge with gratitude our practice today, and then we'll bow to each other.